Good day everyone and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. We strongly recommend to get educated before you start using real money. Today I want to show something else. Today I would like especially our traders to zoom out a little bit. On the first line here we are using the NASDAQ based on ticks, and the lower part here is based on 3 minutes only. I don't want to do many confusion in there. And on the precision auto trade, you can see, the 3 minutes is a very good size of a market, time frame. And on the NASDAQ 3 minutes, NASDAQ 3 minutes, NASDAQ 3 minutes, same auto trade. This one is 1640, this one is 1815, and this one 1400. It's the same. On the precision auto trade there is only one entry. It's very good entry. It does not require any filter. It's very friendly use, and you can see the gap in the prices or the results because of a trailing stop, and that's why it's very important for the trader when he optimize to fit the auto trade to his budget. So it's the same auto trade, the same time frame, 3 different results. It depends on your trailing stop and stop loss. What I want to show, the top is based on ticks. I have the 410 ticks, I have the 350 ticks, and I have the 590 ticks. If you go back on the last 2-3 videos this week, the NASDAQ 350 ticks across over $14,000. That chart itself. Normally it is between 3,000-4,000. Practically, I cannot say every day, but practically every day. Today nailed only 1785, which it is extremely good this week. And you can see it also on the 410 is 3,320, and on the 590 is very consistent, is 2,000. Out of all those 3, I like the 350 ticks because it's been making the most money. So when we are auto trading and we can see we're gonna be expose our account to the market, it will be better option for the trader to use tick chart, and it is really overwhelming. On that auto trade, the NASDAQ is performing very well on the ticks with the NASDAQ. Now there is over 15 auto trades in your package. Of course there is many things you can do, but because this one is an easy one and is a friendly use, so if you learn how you optimize it, it takes you a couple days, and you consist on optimizing tick charts on the NASDAQ, and most likely you're gonna be fine. On the lower here also I'm using tick on a YM 320 2 minutes and the 5 minutes, and this one here I highlight every day is the 7 range YM. If you look at the 7 range YM, if we want to compare it to, of course the 5 minutes made more money, of course the 320 ticks made money, and the 2 minute made money. But if we look at the, which I've been highlighting, the YM every day on the 7 range, and today the 7 range chart did not take any reversal, was trending with the, taking the trades with the trend, and there is only one small reversal, and that because of the market movement, the bar, the way is situated on the chart, and we didn't have a reversal. But then if we look, it's not the amount, if we look how many winning trades and how many losing trades, this is what it is: success optimization on the chart. If we look, we started around before we went live on a YouTube on the other channel, 15 minutes, 9:45, and one trade, and you can see there is a small trade, 2, 3, 4 winning trade, 5 winning trade, losing trade, 6. So out of 6 trades, we have one small losing trade here. That is consistency. I don't know what happened tomorrow. I cannot, I don't have a crystal ball how the chart is going to turn out tomorrow. But when you test the auto trade, not on a replay, I'm very much against it. When you test the auto trade on a live data and be patient for 1 week, you can immediately filter a lot of a chart, not by the size of the P&L, is every chart, how many winning trades and how many losing trades, and where is the consistency on the chart. That can bring you to much more consistency in your trade. So after testing those new template for a couple of 3 weeks, I can now concentrate on YM 7 range, and I can concentrate on the NASDAQ 350 ticks and forget the rest. So it has been proven on the precision auto trade, if you are optimizing the NASDAQ on the ticks, you get a bigger chunk of money. And that is after many tests with over 5,000 trades. Then we have a good idea which one it is. The chart has consistency, and this is where the chart we're gonna be using time on it, and if needed to be tweaked a little bit, 10 minutes every week, we can do that. Let's look at the ES and the CL. Okay, so let's get a couple of charts out of the way, and we will cover the CL. I want to cover also the same situation with the ES. The CL, we have it very consistent. I want to show 2 different charts between the 10 range and the 12 range, just 2 ticks different. When we are looking at those 2 charts, we can see there is one losing trade and a very nice, beautiful trend. So right now what we are doing, beside the P&L, because I don't concentrate on the P&L as much as how many winning trades on the chart. It could be today $10, tomorrow $100, a day after tomorrow $1,000. As simple as that. Welcome to trading. You cannot aim it. You cannot aim the market. But when I'm studying between those 2, what I'm trying to see, how many winning trades and losing trades, and how many winning trades and losing trades. So this is, it can give you, if you zoom out a little bit, it can you can count the losing trades and the winning trades. What is the percentage on the winning trade and losing trade? Do an optimization and forward, backward, with all the respect to all the platform, not just NinjaTrader. You go from MetaTrader to eSignal to any other, they always give a wrong calculation, and that's how it is. However, we find the full range, especially if people they don't have a knowledge to read the market, condition, and between the 20-second. The different on this, you don't get into the chop situation here, but there is an advantage and disadvantage, and the details about the auto trade is not the amount of money, because let me show you something. If you have an auto trade, which most of you do, if we look at the 20-second, this is a very low time frame, which is very perfect for days when the market is chopped flat, not moving, especially like Mondays. You don't swing trade on Monday, you scalp on Monday, you swing trade on Friday, Thursday. So if we want to look at this, I would like the trader to have the eye and be educated, not to just fall into those stupid Renko bar and something called line break and all this wishy-washy charts, has no background, has no condition, has no structure in there. So the way I'm looking at the 20-second CL, first of all, the advantage on the 20-second does not require a very high time frame stop loss. So the advantage on the smaller frequency, does not require a very high stop loss, because what you need is just a couple bars from the 20-second as a stop loss. And it's not the whole story here. If we are using 20-second, or if you try to use your auto trade on 20-second, will be brutal with losses. The reason is, if you are using, and always guys, you have to remember, you're not the only one is auto trading. The other guy somewhere, you are one person against millions of traders are auto trading. Please listen to me. When you are auto trading, you're not the only one driving on the highway by yourself. There is millions of traders are auto trading, and the guys they are using better equipped auto trade, better advanced auto trade, better educated, and he have better auto trade than you. You're not able to smoke him out. For every dollar you lose, somebody make that dollar. For every dollar you make, somebody lose $1. So when we are looking at this chart, I don't want to just go around and say this one 1,000 and this one 5,000. Only people are ignorant in the market. They don't understand the price action. They hide behind the P&L because they don't have a knowledge, and they cannot even trade a paperback. But the reality, everyone can sell auto trade. But the reality is the knowledge behind the price action. That's what makes you be consistent in the market. So if we look between that trade here and that trade here, there is a long time between those two trades, and the auto trade, and this one has no filter, by the way. So you cannot say, well, I'm using filter, that's why I avoided. This one is no filter on the precision auto trade. There is one filter, no one uses it, including myself. And if we look in here, when you are using an ATR, which is 20 years old, out of date, junk, is based on moving average go. This is was done, the ATR, when you used to, I don't know how old everyone out there, but when the first computer came out, we used to have an A drive. You slip it into your hard disk when the computers came out. So the ATR is from that donkey age, from a very long time, because it was no algorithm. It was just above or below moving average. But now we are in 2022. The algorithm is different than when you used to have an A drive and you put this piece of plastic in your, and the computers were very slow back then, and now the computers, for God's sake, you can fly with it. So everything has changed. The memory, the processor, the platform. We cannot come in with an A drive and compete with the new computers, a new algorithm. So when you are having an auto trade based on just single moving average, like an ATR, you will be brutal here. And if you notice the way the bars are going, by the time the bars going, your ATR gonna take a trade, and by the time turn around, you lose a trade, and then you go again, then you lose a trade, you go again and you lose trade, you go again and you lose trade. By the time you get to the trend, you are done for today and you are broke. So the idea is to maintain low cost, avoiding flat market, and the one market trending, we catch it on the pullback re-entry. This is a total level of thinking when you want to auto trade. So when I'm looking at the 20-second, and when I see the auto trade take a trade here, skipping, a nightmare. This is a nightmare for any auto trade. And the auto trade, when it was an opportunity, he took that trade. And if we look, he was done here, but then you would have got a problem here, or he would have avoided on this auto trade, and then he would have nailed a couple of 3 trades in here. But we were done, and I'm happy for it. So the gap between this trade was taken and that trade was taken, there is almost 1 hour. And that what impressed me, this chart, not the P&L, is impresses me because has avoided flat market. Flat market with auto trade means death, means nail in the coffin, means your account gonna get blown. By auto trade and not understand how the mechanical work, you don't understand how the market, you're heading a disaster in a matter of time. It's very important to get educated what's going on and not to be fooled by someone just telling you P&L, because that's the only thing he knows, telling you this one P&L, this one profit factor. He get you lost on a different ball game, and he don't go with the details because he don't have the knowledge and go through the details. So again, if we look at the 4 range, and we can see 1 winning trade, 2 winning trade, 1 losing trade, winning trade, winning trade. I can relate to this one because this one is cheap on the stop loss. It's the cost, because when we have some sideways market, you're gonna be losing money, and welcome to trade and nothing you can do about it. And the losing trade should not be a huge impact, especially normal average people on NinjaTrader. They are between 2,000 and 5,000, and now they are trying to find someone to fund their trades, and And if you're not, the reason they want to give you money or fund your money, because they want you to manage the auto trade, or they can have a big long table, have 30 computers, and have the cleaning woman, she clean the office every morning. They can teach her in 10 minutes how to turn on an auto trade and turn on Ninja Trader and enable an auto trade. If this is the case, they don't need you, and they don't need to give you money. The reason they want to fund your account because of your knowledge, not because you bought an auto trade. So turn on the pilot on an airplane does not allow you to be captain. And for you personally, if I teach you how to turn on an autopilot on an airplane, you wouldn't dare fly because you don't know what you're doing. And it's the same thing here, gentlemen. This is not a joke matter, and this is not a wash machine you turn on and you think the money is going to pop out like an ATM machine. I want to show another example here is the ES 3 minutes. ES 3 minutes. The difference between those two. This one here is the same auto trade. The only thing different between those two is how to tweak the trailing stop and the stop loss and the target. What I'm showing you here, I did this on purpose. I took a 3 minutes from an older template. I optimized 3 minutes and I turn them on today to show you if you don't maintain your template, you're gonna start losing the ground after a week or two. Because when the ES cross the 10 days moving average, or go below the 50 days moving average, or go above the 200, what it takes for you to adjust this auto trade, it takes you 10 minutes to every weekend optimize the trailing stop and the stop loss. It takes you with this one here less than 5 minutes optimization. So here is a template 3 minutes, an old template, and this one here is an optimization. It was done, and you can see the difference in the trades. The entry in the trades are totally different, and you can see on this one start taking a small trades because the condition has changed on the ES. So it's not just an auto-traded donkey, we can ride it forever and not do anything about it. This is a mechanical auto trade, and you gotta maintain your auto trade. And if you are looking for an auto trade, you don't need to do anything. The less work you do in the market, the more chances you will never be success trader. The less work, the less education you get. Your chances are getting thinner and thinner. There is no business on this life. You turn off your brain and you're gonna earn money. Whether in any kind of business, you're not allowed to turn off your brain, space out, and you think the money will come to you. In the stock market, money does not grow on the tree. You have to put your hand in somebody else's throat and win the trade and take the money off his mouth. It's a war game between your auto trade and millions of traders out there. They're playing war with you. Who can clean somebody else's account? So we need to wake up and snap out to the reality here. The 28 second is one of my favorite one. The reason why, the ES sometimes slow down a lot and there is hardly any movement. For an experienced trader, he can use the 28 second because no matter how slow this market, you're gonna create some movement, and your cost, your daily cost on a trade is nothing. I have seen one of the videos on somebody, they have a $300 daily target with a $5,000 daily loss. You can buy potatoes, sell it on the street, and it will be much better than to auto trade with a $300 target and $5,000 loss. The reason they do that, and they told the traders don't worry about it, because they don't have accuracy in the trading. They want to throw their traders risk $5,000 to get $300. So that's mean doing the day trade, you can go draw down $4,000, $5,000 before you can earn your $300. If you're really a professional trader, you're gonna laugh when you see that video, but I'm not allowed to show it to you. It was the biggest joke I ever seen about auto trading in my life. I couldn't believe somebody, and then they have some Indian workers, which you buy a big pack to make comments, and you can do that for less than $10, and they can write whatever you want. They can tell you also they've seen an elephant flying. So don't be fooled by that. So if we take this example here on the ES, made $5,000 here. The 5 minutes is a very consistent auto trade. It can clean a lot of noises in the market. But for me, I find the 3 minutes is in between, because the lag of the market movement in the ES sometimes is very slow. So the 3 minutes, if we tune the auto trade very well, the 3 minutes is in between the low time frame and the higher time frame. So the 3 minutes is in balance. And that's what we are looking for, balance, not P&L. Only unprofessionals look at P&L. Because when we find a balance in here, if this one can measure on consistency every week or every day, at the end of the day or at the end of the month, this one here will have more money than today. The 5 minutes have 5,000. So if we have the 5 minutes made 5,000 today, and this one made 2,000, does not mean tomorrow I will jump on the 5 minutes because today made 5,000. I will see which one has more balance, which one has more trades, which one has less trades, and I will go after that chart, because this one is gonna give me consistency on a very daily basis. And then I grow with that auto trade. Excuse me. On the ES, I highlight the 170 ticks every single evening. I highlight my favorite charts every day, and they are the same charts. I highlight the 28 second, I highlight the 170 ticks, and I highlight the 3 minutes. So if we look at this one here today, on 170 ticks, and this is the worst nightmare for me, when the auto trade start with a losing trade. This is the most I hate, to start in the morning with one losing trade. And it did. And welcome to trading. There is no use to get upset about it, but that can trigger the alert for me to be extra cautious, because on the first trade, if you have a losing trade, you are cautious on the second trade not to be losing trade, because then now you are in trouble. Your auto trade in trouble. So I always prefer the first auto trade, even little money, that can give me comfort. So timing is very crucial when you are auto trading, not to turn on the auto trade. Sometimes it requires for you to wait 5 more minutes before you turn on your auto trade. These 5 minutes have a huge impact on your auto trades for the rest of the day, because if Tom and Mike started here and Tom started here, they will not have the same results. So 2 traders are trading 170 ticks does not mean they will have the same result, even if they are using the same time frame And depends on each trader what time he started this auto trade. If another guy started here, he would have been over $5,000, $2,500. Because I started here at 9:45, I got whacked on the first trade. So the 170 ticks is very consistent. This is a message to our traders. You can optimize your precision auto trade between 150 to 200 ticks, because it could be this week 170 ticks, and if you optimize it on the weekend, it could be 180 ticks next week, and maybe the week after could be 160 ticks. As long as we eyeball on one chart and we are happy with it, and then we can expand with it. And the more you start optimize it every week, the more you start recognizing the auto trade and how much you can push that auto trade when there is hard situation in the market, because the market goes in every day on a different level, different places, where some places is easy to take a trade, some places there is a high risk to take a trade. So it goes in different levels when you are doing the daytime. On the CL, 3 minutes is very consistent, but it's not my favorite chart. This is again, I want to give you, this is a CL 3 minutes coming from an older template, 3 weeks old. And this is a 3 minute ES after we did the optimization. And if we look at this one here, it took many trades, barely made it. This one here is a new optimization, the same auto trade. There is $400 in one day, different. So what I'm trying to get you, the optimization is one story that you can fix the trailing stop, the stop loss, plus 1 minute, minus 1 minute. You can optimize. Today is 170 ticks, could be next week is 180 ticks, but does not mean you are out of the wood. Despite all this optimization, does not mean we can turn our brain off and space out. This is half of the puzzle, optimization to tune up our auto trade to get into the right condition or the right trailing stop loss, the time frame. The other half is to keep your eye on the 1 minute, understand where is a problem in the market. Does not goes optimizing and closing your eye and you think you're safe. When you are doing the optimization, is covering your back. You don't turn around on the auto trade and you see there is a problem with entries, trailing stop, and stop loss. But this is 50% the optimization. The real story is when you are looking at the 1 minute chart to understand where is the level you need to be careful with, and where is the places where maybe you need to step away for 5-10 minutes and not to trade, avoid the trading, or maybe if you want to, you can direct the auto trade to go long only or short only. The managing the auto trade is 50%, and the optimization is the other 50%. The reason you see some companies, they tell you optimize and you will be fine, because first of all, they cannot trade a paperback, and they don't want to do their job with you. They don't want to teach you price action because they have no clue anything about price action. They want you to pay for the auto trade. They give you a couple of recorded videos how to optimize, and they want to get rid of you. And then they give you a couple webinars a year to share a couple templates with you, and then put you to sleep for another 3 months, swimming with sharks and you're not getting anywhere, you're not making any money, and you are scared to turn on your auto trade because you have no clue if this auto trade is going to make money today or you're going to lose money. The reason people have a lot of auto trades and they don't go live because they cannot read the market. That's why. And they don't trust their auto trade, they don't trust their optimization, and they have no clue what to look for if this today is a good day to turn on an auto trade or to stay away from the market. If we look on the CL 45 second, which is my favorite chart, I prefer to auto trade CL 20 second, 45 second, than the 3 minutes. Because the 45 second, no matter how the CL is dead today, and you can immediately find the trade. So if we magnify what's going on the 45 second, we have shown you the 12 range, 11 range, all kind of. And then if we look today on the situation with the 45 second, he have one trade, he skipped a lot, he took one more trade, that's 2 times, he took another trade, that's 3 times, he took final killed. Beautiful trade, beautiful entry, and the things is, folks, he predicted before it happened. If we look where this trade, he ignites short. If you notice here, this market was flat. This market was not moving. That you will never get it with an ATR or a MACD. And if we notice here, the market was flat and for a long time. And 3 bars before it happened, he predicted. Because you are trading future, you're not trading past. Our job is to predict what is going to be the next move. That's how they win wars, because they predict their enemies, their next move. And it's the same thing when you are auto trading. You want to predict what the other people auto trading, their next move. And if you notice here, he predicted the short, and this is, for me, is good enough. Despite the junk P&L they try to get you lost with, they try to drag your eyes from the reality, and they put fake P&L in here, or they put fake P&L on the left bottom corner here. If you look at our left bottom corner here, it is the real trade has happened. It's not some imaginary dates where, because if you code this, the one here, if you code it for 28 days, you will have $30, $40, $50,000 in there. But that is imaginary number, and they try to distract you from the reality, to distract you with some imaginary numbers don't exist in the real-time trading. And this is where traders fall into this trap. So what happened here, it did predicted the short, and it take 1, 2, 3 and done. The way he has exit this is a perfect entry, perfect exit. I've been trading for 27 years. I cannot nail it like this one. I cannot. I will never be able to predict this one, and I will never be able to close my trade like this. So this is an advantage, but also you need to look at the 1 minute chart to make sure that you are on the right direction, or there is no problem in the market, because potentially the market gets stuck in the channels between support, resistance, and you have to identify immediately the problem you have. This is coming from the signal, and as we see here, oh, by the way, right now is 3:15. We are done a long time ago, and this is the last trade. So let's say we are taking this trade. I have a resistance here at 43, and I have a very good support at 42.90. Does not hurt to increase my target And why walking away with 1,300 if I can walk away with double the amount? And then we can see this ES broke that support area, and now staying sitting and looking at the air and looking at the sky, how nice and blue it is. What I do, I have took over the auto trade. I secured $1,000. If this auto trade, and I have a resistance there, if this market went back, I have maximized, or I have secured some of the profit. If this market did go to the 42.90, this is my lucky day. I can double up to $2,000. So interfering with the auto trade, it does not hurt you if you want to build consistency. Sorry, it's been a long day today, many hours work. So this is the TI7. We're gonna go just a quick look. I'm sorry, this is the precision auto trade. I'm sorry my voice goes away at the end of the day. We usually start around 6-7 o'clock in the morning, and we stay very late. So at the end of the day, when I'm making the video, I have no more sound, I have no more voice, because we talk to tons of people every day. So we're gonna go very quick with the TI7. I'm gonna cover the TI7 only on ES. This is also, I wanna show you also on the TI7 is the same auto trade. This one made the 2800, and this one here 1250. It's the same auto trade, the same entry. One is an older template and one is a newer template. So if you do the calculation on a daily basis, there is a huge gap for a person maintain his auto trade and a guy. We have some people that never optimize an auto trade. They can wait 1 month, 2 months, 3 months on us to give template. We have people like this, and we have people they take the auto trade and they start optimizing right straight out of the box. They purchase on Sunday, on Monday they have templates, and they surprise me because they have knowledge. And then what we do, we cover all the mistakes they've been doing when they are looking at the 1 minute chart, because this is half of the puzzle about optimization. So if we can see the difference between an ES 11 range and an ES 11 range, it is the same chart, the same entry. One is newly optimized and the other one is not. We can go on the ES 5 minutes. On the ES 5 minutes, we dealt 1500, 1100 on the 4 minutes, 1 minute. Look at this 1 minute is a statement when your auto trade can trade 1 minute. 1 minute, old template, 1 minute, a new template. One is 1200 and the other one is 18. Right now, when we are going on a webinar on Monday and we're helping our members, I stop giving templates. What I do, I right click on the chart, and when somebody asks for the template, I don't. What I do, I open the chart and I make him copy all the numbers on his computer. It is easier for me to just slip it and give him a link and tell him, here's the template, stay away, I'll see you in the next 3 months. Or sit down and work with him piece by piece to copy the template on his computer. When he does that, he starts learning, because I want him to right click on the chart and put the numbers so he can get familiar So a few months ago, we quit sending templates. On Mondays, if I have a new template, I right-click and I want every trader copy it. At the beginning, everybody was, oh man, my hand is hurting me. Can you send me the template? I was doing the dishes for my wife. I had a flat tire. I was very depressed. None of this worked on me. I said, go back to the video and copy the template. So now every trader, now they know not to ask for template. They go and they copy the template. If they are not in the webinar, they can go ahead and they can get the recording, and then they can go ahead and copy the template. ES 3 minutes, 1500. 1 minute we covered, and the ES 12 range is 1000. We're just gonna quick look at the CL and NASDAQ. We only have one chart. We don't have banana chart, liner break, Renko bar, all this. We have one chart for the DAX. This is the only chart I have. You can use it on any time frame. But what happened with this chart, the same thing what we have covered on the precision. I'm fixed. I've been on the same time frame on the DAX for almost a year right now. It's the 4 minute. And what I do, I optimize the trading stop and stop loss once a week. That's it. And this auto trade made 12,000 today, and it was beautiful. And I only have one DAX chart. You don't see any other chart on the DAX. It's finished. So I started like what I did with the precision auto trade. I started with, let's say, 6 charts, and then I trim it down to 3, 1, and now it is only 1, and it is finished. There's only one DAX chart I have. I don't need to have 20 different charts for that. CL 3 minutes. We're gonna rush with this video, took too long. 1600. CL 5 minutes, 1400. NASDAQ 38 second, 1600. NASDAQ 4 minutes, 2000. And CL 5 minutes, 2700. NASDAQ 5 minutes, 2200. The YM 3 minutes, 1400. Even if this one made 1400, I will go with the precision auto trade and use 7 range. I don't need it, And the gold, we only have one chart gold, 2000 on the 4 minutes. For the Russell, I have this chart, and if we look, this is more than enough for me. I'm not a Russell trader. I don't trade Russell. But let me show you, forget the P&L. Today we started here. 1 winning trade, 2 winning trade, 3 winning trade. It's good enough for me. I don't need to look at the number and P&L. That is telling me there is consistency, and that is telling me I skipped a very volatile place here. It can be potential, made me lose a lot of money. This auto trade skipped this enchilada here. That's good enough for me. 1, 2, 3, no losing trade. The P&L become irrelevant. As simple as that. We cannot really cover everything. On the institutional auto trade, this is we released last Monday, a couple days ago, and we shared template as well. And 4 minutes 1100 and different entry, 4 minutes 2900. Good enough for me. It's done. And what I did with the institutional is just taking couple 3 trades a day. It's not all day long. Folks, that's all what we have for you. Thank you very much. God bless you all. And we will see you on the other channel tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye for now.